Uh, Hi Chaitanya, we can't hear you.
If he replies, you can start the demo, Nikhil. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Chaitanya, are you audible? We are not able to hear your voice. Maybe you can confirm over the chat as well if you're having any issues with your microphone.
Chaitanya, are you there?
No, we can't hear you. Or maybe can you rejoin again if you're having any issues? No, we're not able to hear you. Maybe I think if you can rejoin, so maybe if that works. Hi Satya.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, hi. Good morning. Yeah, Chaitanya, maybe if you can rejoin, or maybe if you're able to hear us, or maybe if you're having any issues with your microphone, yeah, so let it be. That's not an issue. Yeah, Shekhar, I think you can hear us, right?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's start our demo session. So myself, Nikhil, and I'm associate manager so working in like MNC company, and I have over 10 plus years of experience in service now, and I'm working on different modules inside Servicenow ecospace, starting with ITSM, HRSD, CSM, ATF, and many other modules. Yeah, so in our code, so we have designed like admin as well as both development as well, so covering ITSM ecospace. So that means so whatever the functionalities which were needed for an end user. So end user is nothing but the employees within a company. So let's take any company, maybe let's say we have 10,000 employees, and whatever the requirements or maybe whatever the functionalities which they need. So let's take an example. Maybe if we are a new joiner and you need to order a laptop for your day-to-day activities. So that means so this is also one type of service like where your company is providing to you. So these kind of activities or maybe these kind of functionalities which we can learn and fulfill. So we have many functionalities available. So starting from tables and some basic assignment automation thing and like workflows for design. So we'll be learning all those starting with admin part and then we'll be moving to development sessions, as well as we have integrations as well. So we'll be learning one by one. So yeah, so this is about overview of our course. Yeah, so before uh, going further, so Shekhar, can you introduce yourself? Like, are you new to ServiceNow, or maybe are you working on any other technology?
Yeah, hi. My name is Shekhar. I'm from Hyderabad. I have
Mm-hmm.
an overall IT experience of about 10 years. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And currently I'm working as a business analyst. And for the past 8 years, I'm working in the same capacity. I did work on ServiceNow for a couple of years. I think 4 years ago. It was majorly on ITSM.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I've opted for the course is I wanted to get some functional understanding of all the modules like CSM and HRSD and GRC as well. So yeah, so that's the reason I've opted for the course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Shekhar. So in our code, so yeah, so we'll be learning about ITSM. But if you need to know about CSM and HRSD as well, like how it works and how it is different from ITSM, so yeah, definitely we can cover that. But in
Yeah.
depth, so we'll be covering ITSM functionalities. Even you
Yeah, I
can
understand.
use
Mm.
the same functionalities over there as well, but the process wise, every module is different.
Right,
That
right.
yeah, so if you need that, we can also see in our later sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah, any questions?
Nothing at the moment. I'm good.
Hmm. Yeah. So yes, Chaitanya. So if you're having any questions, I think maybe you can put it in the chat. So we'll try to answer that. So since your audio is not available, let me see. Yeah, Mayuri, I think can you enable the chat so Chaitanya can ping it here? Yeah,
Sure,
let me
we'll
share.
start. One second.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, Satya, I think you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's start with a quick introduction about ServiceNow and like why we need ServiceNow and what exactly ServiceNow does. So to start with, ServiceNow is a cloud-based platform, so which deals with enterprise operations. So if you take like cloud-based, so I think you might be knowing, so cloud-based is nothing but so so it is not something like where we need to install something and we need to do all the operations inside that application. So cloud-based is nothing but so we can access it from anywhere. So if you're having a browser and internet connection, so that is nothing but cloud. And so next thing is enterprise. So that means we can automate any process in the enterprise. Enterprise is nothing but a company. So like we have taken an example, right? So if you take let's say maybe TCS. So whatever the services that company is offering to their employees. So we can automate all the processes within ServiceNow. So we are given one example, right? Like you need to order laptop, or maybe you need to raise a request, or maybe if you're having a issue with your laptop, so you need to report that issue to help desk team. So whatever the process you take, so we can automate that process within ServiceNow. So like for automating, so we have many functionalities available. So it might be uh, assignment rules, or it might be through script, or it might be through workflow. So we have different functionalities, and so we can integrate ServiceNow with any third-party application. So why we need integrations? Because so if you take any company, so that company won't rely on only ServiceNow, right? So there would be many other applications as well, like which they are owning or maybe they are using. So in order to keep the communications running, and maybe if they need to store a data at one place, so integrations will be very helpful for that. So, and yeah, ServiceNow is very good in that. So we have many tools available for integration, so we can integrate any application seamlessly. So without any issue. So that is also one of the reason. So in service management area, so yeah, ServiceNow is top in that. So there is no other application so uh, where that application is providing end-to-end operations. So like they might be like let's say if they are doing something and they might be lagging other processes. But here we are covering everything. So in ServiceNow we have whatever the functionality you take, so it is available. So if you see in recent days, right? So AI is also very much implemented in real time, right? So wherever you go, so AI is there. So in ServiceNow as well. So from the past couple of years, so ServiceNow has partnered with many companies. So they are uh, taking AI into ServiceNow. So that is also one of the reasons. So whoever is opting for ServiceNow, so they can easily automate their process. So that doesn't mean so they don't need ServiceNow developers. So we are the one who needs to implement those processes, and we need to create those functionalities, and later so that will be implemented, and it will be very helpful for companies whoever is opting it. Yeah. Any questions?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, so we have many modules inside ServiceNow. So the one which we will be going to cover is ITSM. So ITSM is nothing but IT service management. So that is nothing but so whatever the services a company is providing to their employees. So let's take same example. So if we have a company with 10,000 employees, so now so what are the services those 10,000 employees can access? So everything will be coming under ITSM. So like in order to do their day-to-day activities, so what are the services they need? So let's say if they need to report an issue, or maybe they need a report, or maybe they need to order some items, or maybe they need access to some group, or maybe they need to deactivate some video. So everything will be coming under ITSM. So other than ITSM, we have other modules as well. Yeah, but ITSM is a core module every company will be opting. So the remaining modules which we have other than ITSM, so that's optional. So based on their uh, nature of business, so they'll be opting it or not. So that's up to them. So let's say CSM. So CSM is nothing but customer service management. So this is nothing but so let's say if you take a maybe uh, yeah, let's take same company TCS. So let's say they have their own maybe software products or hardware products which they sell to some other companies. So in that case, what will happen? So let's say we have TCS and they have one product called maybe TCS Zing. So this is one software product, so which like is a go-to-market thing, which is owned by ServiceNow. So once they develop and tested everything, right? So what they will be doing? So they will be selling it to other companies, right? So that is how they will make money. So so let's say there are maybe 50 companies. So which where those 50 companies were brought these TCS Gene product. So now whatever the issues or maybe whatever the upgrades or maybe whatever the issues related to this particular product, so everything will be monitored and fulfilled under this CSM. So CSS is nothing but customer service management, right? So that is owner is nothing but TCS. So these 50 companies are nothing but customers. So obviously, in order to do more business, so TCS needs to satisfy all the needs of these 50 companies. So that will be coming under CSM. And ITSM is nothing but so IT service management, right? So that means TCS needs to solve or maybe all the employee needs. So that is nothing but so here we can call those as internal users. Internal users are nothing but like where TCS is paying salary to those employees. So we can treat those as internal users. So internal users are nothing but employees, right? So employees will get salary from TCS. So all those functionalities will be done in ITSM and in CSM. So we can call those users as external. So external is nothing but so let's say there are 200 employees. So there are 200. Okay. So there are 200 employees in this 50 companies. So let's say maybe, yeah, so maybe 4 employees in each company. Yeah. So whatever the issues or maybe concerns raised behalf of this particular product which they brought, so these 200 employees are nothing but external because these 200 employees like where TCS is not paying salary, right? But they need to support their product. So whatever the issues which raised by these 200 employees, so TCS needs to resolve those. So we can call those as external users. So similarly, we have HRSD module as well. So HRSD is nothing but human resource service delivery. So that is nothing but whatever the processes, uh, yeah, so whatever the processes, HR processes, so we can automate all those processes within ServiceNow under this HRS. So, so let's take an example. So, what are the usual cases like where you will be having a discussion with HR within the organization? So, it might be something related to payroll, or it might be related to compensation, or it might be related to some uh, rewards or maybe leaves or any other benefits. So let's say these are some like yeah, so these are the some of the processes like where you need HR help, right? So in order to reaching out to HR directly, so what you can do, so you can automate every process within this HRSD. But here the scope of work is only HR related activities. But in ITSM, the scope of work is to all the enterprise operations. So again, enterprise is nothing but like whatever the process which were needed for a particular company. So, but here the target audience will be all the users under TCS, but the process will be it will be dealing with only HR related activities. So not only this, so there might be more, but yeah, so here we'll be targeting only HR related activities. So similar to this,
Hello.
uh, mhm. Any question? Yeah. So yeah. So other than this, we will be having many other modules as well. So maybe ITBM, ITOM, or maybe SecOps, GRC. So yeah, so every module will be discussing about some particular concept. So likewise, like enterprise operations and customer satisfaction. So HR related operations and SecOps is nothing but like security related operations tagged with a company. ITBM, so business processes. So yeah. So every module, the scope of work will be different, but the functionalities which we'll be learning in ITSM, so it might be scripts, client scripts, or maybe assignment rules, or business rules, or maybe schedule jobs. So whatever we are going to learn, so you can implement in any module. But the process wise, modules will be different. So because here the target audience is external users. So here the target audience is our employees within the company. So here the target audience is internal employees, but scope of work is only HR related activities. So likewise, but the base core concept which we are going to learn in ITSM, so that will be same in throughout all the modules. So that is the reason. So ITSM is a core module within ServiceNow. Hi, Pawan. Yeah. So any questions?
No.
Satya, Pawan.
Yeah, hi Nikhil.
Yeah. Hi, Pawan. Just joined, right? Yeah. So we are just going through like what we will be covering uh in our service and what exactly ServiceNow does.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, so I'll be taking care of ServiceNow sessions admin as well as development. So we'll be covering ITSM module and some so if you need like we'll be covering some basics about the differences between CSM and HRSD as well. Yeah, so
Okay.
can you give me a brief intro about you? Like, do you have any prior experience in ServiceNow or maybe are you working
Mm.
in any other technology presently?
Uh, yeah, Nikhil. Actually, I'm 2021 degree graduate. Then I started my career to from non-IT, like
Mm-hmm.
US IT recruitment. It's US based consultancy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
From past 3 years, I was doing the same job. Then I decided to switch on my career to IT side. So then I check with my, elder brothers. They suggest me to go on cloud admin side like ServiceNow, Salesforce, any DevOps, because
Hmm.
from degree guide I don't have any knowledge on like coding. For ServiceNow, we have basics on JavaScript, and for admin side, for development side, we need to learn the JavaScript as well.
Hmm. Yes, but you don't need to know prior knowledge, but yeah, so we'll be covering
Hmm.
JavaScript inside our code. So anyway, you don't need to be an expertise in JavaScript to learn service now, but you need to know some basics like how we
Yeah.
can create a variable, how we can call a function, so how we can call a function inside a function. So those kind of some important parameters. So
Yeah,
once
that's mean we need to learn the logic, right? There's the logic or something.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So that whatever the functionalities related to service now, right, in EcoSpace. So yeah, we'll be covering
Mm.
each and every functionality in our course.
Okay, okay, Nikhil.
So
Thank
it
you.
will be starting with let's say so as you know, right? So service now is nothing but like where we need to automate all the processes within a company. So that is why they take ServiceNow license in the first place. So let's take if you take any company, so in order to reduce their manual work, so they need to automate everything. So how they can automate? So using this our ServiceNow module. So based on the requirements, so let's say maybe if uh, their employees are raising many requests, and so in order to route let's say some requests might be like maybe some role related issues or maybe some incidents were related to maybe laptop connectivity or maybe other were related to some household activities or maybe onboarding related stuff, so whatever it is. So if it is a total manual, how it would be like someone should open and maybe someone should go through like what type of incident which they have raised and they need to automatically assign it to that particular group. So who will be resolving that, right? So again, that will be the total manual task. So in ServiceNow, what we'll be doing is so we can auto route that particular incident. So whenever that is getting raised, so based on some keywords or maybe uh, user department or maybe user location, so we can automate that process. So whenever that particular incident is getting created, so we can automatically route to that particular group who is responsible to resolve that. So that means we are automating that as well as we are reducing the manual process. So again, no one should open that and see, okay, so this is belongs to that particular team. And so again, there is a mismatch of time as well. Like whoever, let's say if you're the raising, if you're the one who is raising request related to some maybe printer is not working. So that means, so let's say you raised at 8 a.m. and till 9 a.m. So it didn't got assigned to anyone. So that you'll be getting a negative feedback, right? So that means, so 1 hour no one has wasted, and maybe if that is directly proportional to your productivity, because if the product is not working and you won't be able to do any work, right? So that is directly tagged with your productivity as well. So you won't be able to do any work until that issue is resolved. So in order to eliminate this process, right? So that means as soon as you reported an issue, so that should be assigned to some group and they should be start their work and they will be resolving that particular incident based on the timelines which they have. So that is the reason. So if you are using ServiceNow as a end user, so everyone will be treating that as, so whatever the issues which they have raised, so that needs to be resolved as soon as possible. So now coming to as a ServiceNow developer, so what we need to do, so we need to fulfill like all the requirements which we are getting and we need to automate all the process. So the examples which we discussed, so it is not only yeah, so let's take one more scenario. So let's say if you are a new employee and yeah, so for new employee, so you need some basic equipment, right? Like it might be laptop or maybe headphones or maybe router or whatever it is. So let's take laptop. So now on the joining day, so in order to do anything, right? So you need a laptop. So it's a must and should equipment. So so let's say maybe so you're joining. Oh, yeah, so your joining date is 1st July. So now in order to deliver laptop to you before 1st July, so it's not like so. So they will be directly couriering this laptop directly to you. So as an end user, so what we will think? So yeah, so once you given your address, so they will be couriering laptop to your address, right? So this is not that happens in the backend. So let's take about the real example. So how Amazon works. So you'll be so let's say if you need to order any product, right? So as an end user, so what you'll be doing, so you'll be logging into Amazon application and you'll be searching for that particular product. And let's say, yeah, so you need to order a mobile phone. So you'll be giving all the specifications, color and everything, and you'll be paying the amount and you'll be giving the address and that's it, right? So order will be created and maybe it will be delivered within 2 to 3 days to the location which you are given, right? So this is what happens as a end user. So that means once you submit it, but there might be some functionality running in the backend, right? Like as soon as order got created, so what they need to do. So now so as a ServiceNow developer, so what we need to automate. So as soon as a new employee joins, so we need to create a functionality in such a way that, so let's say a new employee getting onboarded on 1st July. So let's say maybe HR will be raising a request maybe 1 week or 10 days prior to that. So let's say maybe on 20 June. So they raised a request saying that so they need new laptop for power. So once they raise, so what are the activities they need? So maybe they need maybe manager or maybe hiring manager approval, right? Okay, so this candidate is onboarded and he'll be joining on 1st July and we need manager approval as well. So once manager is approved, so then only, yeah, so they'll be going for the next stage. So that means, so once manager has approved, okay, so he has accepted the offer letter and yeah, he'll be going to join on 1st July. So manager will accept. So once manager will accept, so let's say it will be going to maybe finance team, or like what is the budget of the lab, or maybe let's say yeah, $1,000. So once, but depending upon the team size and project requirement, so they'll be giving some uh, like tentative what do you say, like tentative payments. Okay, so this is the budget of this laptop. So maybe they'll be procuring that laptop. So let's say maybe the finance team has given, so yes, okay, so $1,000 is a budget. So again, so once they have approved this amount, so it will be going to procurement team. So procurement team is nothing but so the team they will be like gathering, or maybe what we say like some kind of warehouse. So now they will be getting ready this laptop, so which is approved by manager as well as finance team. So let's say $1,000. So they will be configuring laptop as per your requirement. So let's say there might be any software applications which needed, or maybe uh, if your project needs any like VPN access or something like that. So they'll be configuring everything, and once they are done the- with the laptop, right? So what they'll be doing? So they'll be moving this laptop to next day. So once they have procured it, so they'll be moving maybe the configuration team, or maybe if you need to install any other application, or maybe if you can skip that, or maybe we need to deliver this product, right? So they'll be moving to this laptop to maybe logistics team. So they'll be they are responsible for couriering your laptop for the address which you are given at the time of like taking interviews. So and maybe in few days, so 1 or 2 days before, so the laptop will be delivered before your joining date. So that is 1st July. So now whatever we have seen this, right? So starting from a laptop request and manager approval, and then finance team approval, and then procurement, logistics, and everything. So we will be automating all these processes. So not only this, so there are like subtasks as well, right? So that is nothing but let's say, so how would manager know a laptop has been like he needs to approve something? So that means he need to get some email or maybe notification, right? Saying that okay, so Pawan is going to join and I have raised laptop request for that, and you need to approve, or maybe you need to reject that. So we need to configure that notification stuff as well. So and like once the product is delivered to employee, so again we need to send a notification to HR saying that okay, so laptop has been received by Power. Yeah, so he can start his works from 1st July. So something like that. So we need to automate all these processes using ServiceNow. So if you observe here, right? So let's say let's take same steps but without ServiceNow. So what they will be doing? So they need to send a mail to their manager saying that I need your approval, like for Pawan. Maybe if he missed that mail, so who knows, it may delay. And then if manager approves again, they need to HR needs to send a mail to finance team. Okay, so this is a budget, and once they revert, again HR should mail to send a mail to procurement team saying that okay, so I received approval from finance team, and you need to get this laptop ready. And again they need to send a mail to logistics. So if you see, there is a like it's totally full of manual work, right? So if they are from different timelines, so it may delay more than 10 days, right? So in order to eliminate all those, so in ServiceNow, so we are automating that process. So each and every team, so it will be automated, and they'll be getting prior notifications, and once they approve, it will be automatically moved to their next team, and they'll be fulfilling that. So they no one should waste their time searching for the mails and approving on emails and everything. So everything would be automated. So this is just a one use case, but in ServiceNow we can automate any process. Yeah. Any questions?
No, Nikhil.
Yeah. Yeah. So in I think so if you haven't received the course content, yeah, so we'll be sharing that PDF. So in that we'll be covering admin as well as development. So what are the topics we'll be going to cover on daily basis? So that you will be able to see. So starting from admin part, so admin is nothing but like basic stuff which we'll be doing. So it might be like user creation, or maybe providing roles, or maybe adding user to groups, or maybe like doing some basic enhancements. So starting from script and moving to development, like how we can import the data and how we can create a table and how we can store the data and how we can configure the form and how we can uh, integrate any other application with ServiceNow. So, and how we can automate the process in the backend, or how we can create a records, like bulk records in single go. So, as a developer, so yeah, we need to know each and every functionality, so that, and what are the APIs available within ServiceNow. So what are the, like, what type of scripts we'll be using, what is a client script and what is a server side script. So yeah, so these things, so we have designed a curriculum. So if you didn't receive that, so you'll be receiving that PDF containing all the functionalities which we'll be discussing on daily basis. And yeah, not only that, so once
Yeah,
we
Nikhil.
start our
Yeah, Nikhil, I have small doubt here. This UI policies and the client scripting script include, is that admin task or a developer tasks?
That depends. So usually, so those activities will be done by development team. So not
Development team only, not
admin.
it.
Yeah, no, but they will be touching UA policies admin as well. So how it works, I will let you. So let's say if you need to create a new UA policy, but
Hmm.
that's a development task. But let's say there is enhancement came like, yeah, okay, so you not only need to make any field mandatory, or maybe any field read only. So that means you need to update the existing way policies. So in that case, so rather than that doing by the development team, so yeah, so admin people can take care of that, because UA policy is already there. They just need to update it.
Okay.
Yeah, but usually, so that again that depends on company to company. So let's say we have some companies like where, okay, so this is a small requirement, so okay, only admin people can take care of that. So we don't need to waste any time of development. So yeah, that
Yeah.
depends on your manager and everything. But usually that can be done by the development. But if you need to do any kind of enhancement, so yeah, so admin people will be taking care of that.
Okay, okay, Nikhil.
Yeah. So beside that, so whatever the topics which we'll be going to cover in development part, so we'll be sharing documentation as well as like in PDF format, and maybe you can go through that in or maybe you can keep that as a reference purpose, as well as so we'll be giving like day-to-day assignments kind of thing. So that will be very helpful for you to get some hands-on. So just going through the session, so that won't much experience, but if you are writing that script, or maybe if we are doing, or maybe the way you are thinking, so that will be coming out. So when you're doing some kind of assignment, so anyway, we'll be sharing documentation as well, but you can uh, try to think like, yeah, how we can implement, and whatever we are discussing, right? So you can go through, you can try to do those assignments as well. Yeah, other than the documentation and assignment, so yeah, so we'll be giving uh, these sample resumes, and if you are interested in doing any kind of certification, yeah, so we'll be providing that documentation as well. So it will be very helpful for you. And maybe, yeah, so if you need any sample uh, interview questions, yeah, so we'll be sharing that at our end of our course. And yeah, so uh, coming to this yeah, course content, so that will be shared to you everyone, and the timing, so that will be based on like whatever the feasible time. So they will be taking input from each of you. So whatever the time is feasible, yeah, so we can take session on that time. Yeah. So any questions other than this, or if we miss anything, or if you're having any questions in mind, not only related to this, anything, any questions?
Y- Yeah, Nikhil. The thing is that for this dry market, how many modules we have to learn? I mean, for example, I have 3 years of career gap in the market. That's why if I
Mhm.
go to like I mean, example for example, fake experience for 4 years, how many modules I have to learn? Because there is no opening for
Uh,
freshers, right?
mm, no, but it's not something like that. So that doesn't, let's say if you're having 5 to 6 years or maybe 10 years of experience, so that doesn't mean you need to know these many modules. So that
Mhm.
depends on like what type of company you are joining. So like there will be many companies, they need only ITSM because
Oh,
again, so there are many companies, so they will be asking more than ITSM as well. Again, that depends on which company you are giving interview and which company you are going to join. So
okay,
as I
depends on
told
job
you, right?
requirement.
Yes. So let's take one requirement. So let's say you are going to join any like finance related company,
Okay.
like they will be providing any loans or maybe active like
Mm. Mm.
policies of that kind of company. So what they'll be doing, so they like rather than, so they will be having internal employees. That means, so here, let's take HDFC. So now HDFC has its own employees, right? Let's say maybe
Mm.
1 lakh employees. So
Yes.
they'll be using ITSM tool. And let's say HDFC has partners as well. So that means, so they have their own these policies, right? Maybe billings and policies and everything. And that means they will be partnering with some other companies as well. Or maybe those companies as well, like they will be buying HDFC products. So that means, so they will be coming under CSM module as well.
So
Again, that depends on nature of company, the whatever the work which that company is doing. So and this coming to HRSD. So again, so even they can not automate without using HRSD, but if they need to automate every process within ServiceNow, right? So yeah, so we can do that with HRSD module as well. But in many of the companies, so what they will be doing, so rather than taking HRSD license, so they will be implementing as a like different scope within our ITSM module itself. Or there are some cases like where they won't be using HRSD activities inside ServiceNow. So they'll be having many other applications, right? Like Workday or maybe Asper,
mhm.
like where they have low license fees.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not something like you need to learn these many modules, but why ITSM is very, very important is so it is a core module. So once you learn ITSM, so it will be very easy. Like if you need to learn any other module, so it will be
Mm.
very helpful. So rather, if you're not learning ITSM and if you need to directly learn other modules, so it's not possible because whatever the functionalities which we are going to learn, like whatever the platform knowledge we are getting in ITSM, so the same platform knowledge, so you will be using in other modules as well. But the
Okay.
process wise, it will be different. So here in ITSM, the process is for internal users. So in CSM, the process is for external users. And in HRSD, scope of work is only HR related activities, right? So in SecOps, so it will be dealing with all the security operations. And in ITOM, so it will be dealing with this all the configuration items. So it might be laptops or
Mm.
printers or switches or routers. So
Yeah.
based on the work, they had divided these modules, but the scope of work will be different. But the functionalities which we are going to learn, right? Like business rules, script includes, and the APIs which we are going to learn, and the functionalities which we are going to learn, and the scripts which you are going to learn. So you can write in every module.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one
So,
more
but to
thing, we have the practice instance, right, for service, no?
yes,
Uh,
yes, yes.
for these modules, we have like ITSM, ITOM, and HSRD, ITL. For all these modules, we completed the, like any practice task on the that practice service, no?
Yeah, you can do that, but we have many plugins for that. So based on whatever the module you need to install that related plugin. So
So,
it's like so if you need to install any application in your mobile, right? Let's say Amazon or Flipkart or
mm,
WhatsApp. So similar way, so you need to install that application. So whatever the application you need to install that plugin in your Servicenow instance. So then like we can it is like a plug and play. So we can it is ready to use.
okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Any questions?
No, Nikhil.
Mhm. Yeah, so codes, details, and timing. So that will be shared from someone from the institute. So they'll be taking inputs and all this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, okay then. So if we don't have any questions, so yeah, so we'll end it probably. Yeah, thank you, Pam.
Yeah, Nikhil. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.